What is up, everybody? Today we'll be talking about a trade I think the Los Angeles Clippers should do. But first off, if you like the video, just like the video on YouTube and subscribe for daily sports content. NBA, NFL, college football, college basketball. Trying to hit 100 subs and be pretty cool of y'all. So, the Los Angeles Clippers had a pretty disappointing season last season. I think we can all agree upon that. And ultimately, at the end of the day, one of the things that hurt them was their lack of a, amazing point guard. Um, Patrick Beverly is more of a, defensive guy. Lou Will is old, quite honestly. I'm going to just be completely honest here. Um, Reggie Jackson. Okay, so I've always personally viewed Reggie Jackson as more of a shooting guard. Okay. Um, never really seen him as a point guard, quite honestly. But anyways, all that aside, um, there's one way that you can make any team better, in theory, and it is by adding youthful guys. Now, the Clippers already have, Zubac. That's probably their youngest, guy that's actually getting minutes. So now, we have to look and we say, hey, is there any way we can get younger guys onto this Clippers team? Because this Clippers team is fairly old. And also, what positions can we get them at? Like, shooting guard and small forward are taken by Kawhi and Paul George. Where can we add these guys? So I decided to look at the point guard position, seeing as how Reggie Jackson is 30, okay? Patrick Beverly is 32, I believe. And then Lou Will. I don't even know how old Lou Will is. I'm fairly sure dude's like 35, 36. Lou Will is 34, y'all. So, the point guard position is fairly old. 30 is the youngest, which is, not exactly super young in the NBA. That's, around the prime season. They might get better a season or two, but then they're probably going to decline after that. So I looked at this, point guard situation. I said, okay, where's a situation where you can add some youth into it? So I came up with two possible trades. Okay. So the first trade is trade for Kendrick Nunn of the Miami Heat. I've proposed this before for the Warriors. The reason for this is simple. The Miami Heat's guard rotation is too crowded already. We saw this on Christmas Day, right? Kendrick Nunn did not get any playing time. Tyler starts at the point guard position. Goran and Avery Bradley come off the bench. Kendrick Nunn is the odd man out. And it should be easy for a team to trade for him. Now you could have, a rebuilding team try and trade for him. Or you could have a contending team try and trade for him. Now why is this? Kendrick Nunn has already experienced the playoffs before. He's already, fairly, he is an older young guy. Exact words said by Eric Spoelstra, I believe. He is 24 or 25. Now, you might be wondering, why should the Clippers do this? Well, just to add youth straight up and potential. Potential is the move here. Now, Kendrick Nunn might never be, amazing. He might never be an all-star. He's probably never going to be an MVP. But you don't know that. And if you can trade for him without giving up, a major asset, you would benefit greatly. The Clippers don't have a ton of picks, right? Due to, trading for Paul George. So they have to get any, younger guys / picks any way possible. And one way that I see them doing this is by trading for, say, Kendrick Nunn, when you could likely get him for a budget price. So that's the first hypothetical trade. The second hypothetical trade, also a point guard, happens to be for a slightly older guy. His name is Terry Rozier of the freaking Charlotte Hornets. Scary Terry. Everybody remembers his, playoff run with the Boston Celtics. Kind of, crash and burned at the end. But now, Terry Rozier, he is, pure point guard. The dude is 6'1", 6 feet tall, around that, I'd say. And he quite honestly does not have a place on this Charlotte Hornets team, in my opinion. This is a younger team. They should be trying to fully rebuild. I question the signing of Gordon Hayward, but that's a topic for another day. So, I think that the, Hornets need to recognize this and try and trade Scary Terry while they still can. Now, that would allow Devontae Graham to step into the point guard spot, or potentially allow Devontae Graham to stay in the shooting guard spot They can then move LaMelo Ball into the point guard spot, keep Gordon Hayward at small forward, and then, PJ Washington and power forward, Cody Zeller, I'm assuming, at center. So Scary Terry is obviously the odd man out in this rotation. He's 26. He's a younger dude. Once again, he too has major playoff experience. Um, he's shown. I think we can all agree that he's shown that he cannot be the first option, but he is a good quality pickup that a team can make, especially a team like the Clippers. He's 26. Younger dude. Brings some youth to the team. Now, you might be saying, hey, he's not really an upgrade over Reggie Jackson, but he adds youth, and that's the important thing here. You always want to get younger, if at all possible. And if you can trade a guy that is not contributing at all, say Lou Will, who's 34 years old, for Terry Rozier, who is 26 years old, you're making a major move, because Terry Rozier could potentially develop into a borderline all-star, or, maybe even an all-star. We just don't know that enough to, make any informed decisions, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. And while he does not have a spot on this, Charlotte Hornets team due to the, large age difference in LaMelo, Devontae Graham, PJ Washington, he does belong on a, contending team, in my opinion, or a team that's very close to being finished with their rebuild. And the Clippers are for sure a contending team, and they would for sure benefit from that trade. So those are the two teams, or the two trades that I personally thought the Clippers could do. Just interesting ideas, I guess. So, NBA fans, Clippers fans, everybody, let me know what you think of my trades. Let me know what you think, the Clippers should do, what moves they should make, if they should make any moves at all. Just tell me, let's talk about the NBA. Once again, if you like the video, just like the video on YouTube, please. It's that simple, y'all. Helps me out a ton. And if you want to help me out even more, could you please subscribe to my channel where I post daily sports videos? You will not be disappointed, y'all. And that's going to be it for today. So y'all have an amazing day, and I will see y'all around.